Welcome back to Silas University. Bet you're surprised to find us here after that whole fleeing thing.
Or at least surprised to see you making another video instead of snuggling up with your nice, warm...
Whoa there, lady killer. Recording the PG-13 version of our happy ending here.
PG-13. How incredibly dull.
Update now, smooching later. Anyway, turns out escaping Austria across the Alps, not as easy as the Sound of Music made it out to be. Between the moving chasms and the freakball blizzards and the Styrian villagers with torches and pitchforks, we were forced to return to campus, but only until we can get back to the library and research up Escape Plan 2.0. In the meantime, we get to enjoy these swish new digs, which Carm just scored by saying some spectacularly violent things to the psychology TAs who were squatting here. But Laura, you say, wasn't there some business with an evil dean and a light demon that demanded a sacrifice with a very hard-to-pronounce name that Carmilla heroically slew? Which turned out to be less a light demon and more the shiny lure on the forehead of a very enormous and now very angry anglerfish god rising from the caverns below the theater building to devour the campus? Well, yes. Thing is, the anglerfish god is rather big, and the crater where the lustig used to be is rather small, and so it kind of got stuck. Which means that the campus is saved. Sort of. What?
So I'm heroic, huh?
When you're not threatening to vivisect graduate students.
Well, you'd think if I was some noble warrior goddess that I'd be entitled to a little more adoration from my wide-eyed maiden fair.
You are unbelievable.
I guess I should just be happy you haven't found some brand new crusade to be on.
We've been here for like an hour. What kind of trouble do you think I could possibly get into?
Oh, I have all kinds of thoughts about that.
Hey guys, so the library's a no-go. Nobody's been able to get in for days. Pear's gone to see if anybody at the student paper knows what's going on, which means that I get a break from the what pronouns do we use if interrogations. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt anything.
Excellent. Leave now. Lock the door.
Don't listen to her. Vampire seductress here is just crabby because I'm not falling for her 17th century idea of game.
Sure, but more important than your twisted courtship ritual is how did you find this place? It's amazing. There's a hot tub in our bathroom and... yeah? Like half the rooms have secret passages, which we should probably board the hell up, but still pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Do we know who used to live here?
Oh, I'm sure it was no one important. Probably just fellowship scholars or visiting professors.
Lucky bastards. Come on, you've got to see the big screen in our room. We've got JP on the smart TV.
No, that's okay. I'm just going to finish up the video here.
Finish up the video. Sure.
Anyway, where was I?
Is that really what you think I was doing?
What?
Using my romantic wiles to take advantage of you?
No! No, that was just a joke. I mean, is it a little intimidating to know that you have like centuries of experience as this professional despoiler of virtue? Well, yeah. And I did have a front row seat to last semester's cavalcade of study buddies, but you changed. What you did for me, for all of us, you took on your mother. You took on a god. And maybe I am just some 19-year-old girl who only passed her lit class on a vampire fighting technicality, but I still know how this story goes. Good is triumphant and evil is vanquished. And once all of the monsters are chased away, our hero leans in for her very much non-PG kiss, and everything fades to...
I went to the newspaper offices. They were trying to keep the students informed after all the, and I thought maybe they would know what was wrong with the library, but when I got there, all the lights were out and it was just so still. Except for this dripping sound. Like somebody had forgotten to turn a faucet off, so I went to go see what it was. But then I slipped in something, and when I pushed myself up, there's blood everywhere, and they were all lying there. The editorial kids, the interns, all of them dead.
Did you see anything? Anyone who might have done it?
There was no one. And then I thought that whoever did it might come back, and so I ran. I just ran until I got back here. Who would do this? They were just some kids with a student paper.
It's not even a very good one. We use it to line our specimen cages. May they rest in peace.
Okay, so we'll call campus security.
Do you really think any of my mother's lackeys are left on campus?
Or the police.
Except for the part where the official position of the Bundespolizei is that Silas doesn't exist.
That's actually quite clever of them.
Okay, so we'll call someone. I mean, there has to be someone to call, right?
You cannot be serious.
We did this. We killed the dean and we let the anglerfish rise, and then we just ran away. Left everyone else to deal with the mess. And now there's turf wars and lootings, and somebody just murdered the only people trying to do anything about it.
Not the only people.
Laura? No.
Perry's right. We can't just run away again.
Yeah, we can. That is exactly what we can do. We are not responsible for those kids
I
at the
am.
news-
I started all of this. How did the newspaper kids handle all of this?
They got themselves brutally murdered.
Carm, maybe let's ixnay on the Erderd May. She's the one that found them dead.
Yes, dead. For doing the exact job that you've now decided to do.
Look, you have every right to be cranky. I should have asked before I turned our apartment into a newsroom, but the campus needs our help. I can't just walk away again. That wouldn't be me. And maybe deep down, that's kind of what you like about me, isn't it?
You're killing me, Hollis.
Yeah, but you were already dead. Now, we just need to figure out how to calm things down before we can solve the murders.
And who do we know stupid enough to stand between two angry frat armies with more weaponry than IQ points?
Do you know who did? She did! Karma's the one who very nearly sacrificed her life, undeath, whatever, from saving us all from ending up as fish food. So the very least that you can do is start pretending like you survived puberty. Am I making myself clear? Saved all of us.
Yeah. Hi.
We'll be handling the investigation.
I really wish you'd cut out the mythologizing.
The what?
Trotting me out like some prized pony. Carmilla, the heroic vampire who saved the day.
But that is what you did.
Not the way you keep telling it.
Well, what's wrong with the way that I'm telling it?
Like it were easy. Like I wasn't scared the whole time. Like it's your reason to like me.
Hey,
Hey,
I've been thinking about what you said.
this isn't something we have to talk about.
I think maybe it is. 'Cause do I think what you did was brave and amazing? Of course I do. But is it my reason for liking you? Whatever you were before, you were changing before you even met me. Not helping your mother, trying to save Elle, not killing us when we had you tied up for like a week.
9 days.
And you're here, researching, making jokes in the face of the ominous something's coming threats.
Well, how could you not fall for me then?
I'm pretty sure I was falling from you right from that stupid Zeta party.
You mean the one where you ambushed me and accused me of kidnapping?
I was, terrified that you planned to eat me, but I am a little disappointed that we never got our chance to stargaze and drink champagne.
Really? Because if memory serves me correctly, there is a pretty impressive solarium on the roof of this building.
And maybe something bubbly in that enormous wine cellar downstairs.
I'm sure the visiting professors had impeccable taste.
Raise you. Good morning, everyone, and isn't it a fantastic day to start taking back our university? We will start with this weird-ass letter. This thing better not be multiple choice. For immediate release. In light of recent events, Silas University's Board of Governors is returning from abroad to deal with the chaos on campus. This marks the first time since 1904 that the entire board has assembled on campus. 1904, why does that sound familiar?
That's the year half the campus burnt down. Friend to the fish monster.
I heard. So you pried up a soul-eating sword and took a run at them both? You're lucky the damn thing didn't obliterate you. Now hold that thought while I take care of little Miss Wanna Buffy.
Maddie, that's Laura, the girlfriend in question.
I know. And look, I'm not pretending I was overly fond of Mama and her head games myself. But your walking dinner date killed her, which makes it my duty to pull her apart at the limbs. It's the principle of the thing.
I won't let you hurt her.
Let? Who are you kidding, kitty cat? Unless you have that thermonuclear sword stashed somewhere in your déshabillé, you're out of your league.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, God. You went and fell in love with one of the Marks again, didn't you?
Love?
No one said anything
You
about
little sap. But then again, you were always in the middle of some one great romance or another, weren't you? Oh, don't eat him. He's a poet. Or her. She's got such a beautiful voice. Or that one. She's just too pretty to ruin. Or that blonde corset in the 1870s that you were head over heels for. It was enough to give a girl cavities. Fine. You like the nymph that much? I can hold off until you get tired of her.
That's not the... Look, I'm glad you're not going to kill her.
I believe the words you're looking for are, gee, Maddie, thanks for being so understanding. Especially since this mess means you had to leave Morocco for this ice-blasted wasteland and the implosion of Mama's ridiculous pseudo-versity.
Did you know what she was... There's really no reason to get so worked up.
Are you kidding me?
It's just an apartment.
It's the dean's apartment. We have been sitting in the dean's chairs. We've been eating off the dean's tables. We've been... Oh my God, we have been sleeping in your mother's bed. Ugh!
It's a nice place. And we were only supposed to stay here for a few nights until you decided to play Veronica Mars again.
Okay, what was that? Because it busted through some seriously thick oak doors without so much as scuffing a Louboutin.
That was Carmilla's sister.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah, she's Miss Congeniality as long as you like your death threats nonchalant and frequent.
Maddie isn't going to try to kill you if she thinks it'll upset me.
That's a criteria for choosing a restaurant or what color to paint the living room, not for murdering someone.
Board the extra security.
Hey, where's that board lady? A bunch of goons from some company are dismantling our brewing tanks.
Those tanks are school property and will be sold along with other equipment from the chemical and biological science departments.
What?
They're ruining a really rad batch of Pilsner.
Tragic.
How is a university supposed to function without a library and research equipment?
We're doing our best to preserve the essentials. I'm sorry. But do you children think we're having a discussion? Do you think we're having a conversation? You might not have liked my mother, but she kept the chaos to a minimum. You idiots killed her, nearly loosed a demigod, and turned this campus into a war zone. Now we have catastrophic damage to repair and no new money coming in. So I'm gonna cut what I need to cut and sell what I need to sell, and if you don't like it, you can head for the hills. Again. Carm, see you at tomorrow's broadcast.
Ow! What was that?
I think it was some kind of ultrasonic.
Can you do that?
Maddie's a lot older than me. And she's chair of the Silas board. That sort of thing comes with executive powers.
Like we didn't have enough trouble with you.
She's gutting the school.
Which is probably what the newspaper kids were looking into. What are we gonna do? Stake her, or, oh, I don't know, stake her, and Carm threatening to decapitate anyone who tried.
I'm not letting Broadzilla kill my sister.
We kind of hit an impasse.
And are you really trying to pump me for information for a kid who isn't even old enough to remember leg warmers? This is what you do. But now that you're in your 4th century, maybe it's time you sort through some of those self-destructive patterns.
What are you talking about?
You killed Mother, and very nearly killed yourself, all for a girl who you've known for less than 3 months.
There were other
And
reasons
now you're
for...
rushing into another relationship, probably half because you need it to work, or you killed Mother for nothing. Even though this girl's a mayfly buzzing around you with her insect ideas of right and wrong.
Oh, come on. Plenty of vampires have relationships with humans.
We call that snacking. How can any of these girls be a match for you? The dark beauty of the world's rotting core.
She's stronger than you think.
Of course. When you're done playing with your food, I'll be waiting. I always am.
It'll be a long wait.
I've got time. Ciao, Bella.
Laura,
You heard her. She's up to something with the anglerfish and planning on getting the whole student body out of the way so she can pull it off.
guess we're headed back to the crater then.
I'll go get Laugh and Perry.
First it was cool because there was like this sexy sponge bath and peeled grapes. And I mean, yeah, I wasn't totally down with the headgear or the part where they blindfolded me and led me into the woods, but you know, D-Bear was gonna be into it, right? Except I kinda hadn't seen her. And by the time they led me into the woods and took the blindfold off, they had dogs and just arrows, totally real, very sharp arrows. So I scrammed. Except that wasn't easy because they had giant pits full of pointy crap and quicksand, and I had to punch a dog. Oh. When I got back to the campus, I thought it was safe, so I went to grab a brew and chillax. They shot my beer, man. They put an arrow right through it. They're like Terminators. Super hot, confusing Terminators. You gotta hide me.
Sounds like the littlest dude bro finally drove Lawrence over the edge.
No, there's no way that Danny would be...
Ah, Terminators! Oh.
Gotcha, meat cheeks.
What are you doing?
I'm catching the stag in this year's Adonis hunt, genius.
I don't know if you noticed, but this isn't the Hunger Games, and Kershire is not a stag.
I can take the antlers off if they're confusing you.
It's a metaphor, Einstein. He's only a ceremonial stag.
So is he only going to be ceremonially killed?
No, that part's literal. Get out, protein shake. You really gonna make me come through these peahens?
Hey! Whoa. Hey, don't hurt them.
I've never felt so scandalized.
That's because you've never been scandalous enough to scandal.
Hey, what are you doing all the way over there? Want to come cuddle and see if Olivia's going to run away with Jake this season?
No, but you can come over here.
I don't know how you can be so calm, knowing that Maddie and Vordenberg are out there, getting ready to do something awful. Hey. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Because you sound broody.
I'm just thinking about things.
Those who prefer their principles over their happiness, they refuse to be happy outside of the conditions they seem to have attached to their happiness. Sounds light and frothy.
It's comforting. He understands that love doesn't mean the same thing to everyone.
I think that's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Hey, Laura.
Yeah.
Can we just pretend, just for tonight, that if I asked, we'd run away? We'd find some way to leave and we'd just go somewhere without murders or sisters. We'd sleep in hotel rooms and never live in the same city twice. There'd be no one to fail or disappoint or save. It would just be you and me in love.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But our friends need us. The school needs us. Maybe we could be happy that way, but, you know, we wouldn't even be you and me anymore. We would just be these empty shells who ran away.
Grandfather, and he loved her. So that when she became a monster, he hid her and protected her. And she repaid him by killing all of his family and all those that he loved, leaving him to die alone and dishonored. It's just a story, of course, distorted over time, I'm sure. Fräulein. Fräulein.
Isn't learning history fun?
Yeah, it's hilarious that our best lead won't help us because you massacred his ancestors. This isn't working. We're never gonna stop Maddie this way. Maybe what we need to do is what university students always do when skeezy corporations try and take over. Protest. The Zetas are pissed about their beer, the Summers are pissed about the Adonis Festival, everyone's gotta be pissed about the library, so I'll call up Kirsch and Danny and...
You really want to ring up Agent Orange?
Look, can you not... I get that you're conflicted, but I don't have the brain space to deal with you being all insecure and morally ambiguous right now. I need the kick-ass, heroic vampire girlfriend. So can you please just be that?
Of course. Whatever you need.
Carmilla Karstein!
Silas for students.
Silas for students! I was hearing lost whispers. Where is that coming from? Is that Latin?
On dark wings I come, and I will be the keeper of your death.
Not liking that. Or that cloud over there.
That's not a cloud.
Get away from the window. What was that?
Crows. A lot of them. They came at the crowd and then at the window.
Guys, we need you upstairs.
There may be something in the file, some weakness or vulnerability we can use to stop her. Can you think of anything? Carm, we really need less sulking and more strategizing here.
Do you even realize you're asking me to betray my sister?
What? Maria and Carmilla.
You feel like throwing yourself to the lions again, sis? It's your Rubicon.
Of course she does. You took on the dean and the anglerfish. You can totally go toe-to-toe with her.
No.
What?
No. I won't do it. Find somebody else to play your hero. Just because I was willing to risk my life to save yours doesn't mean I'm willing to betray my sister. Doesn't make me some crusader.
Carm, why are you doing this? I need you to help.
I'm doing this because I'd like to think that you could love me instead of some romantic ideal you've made up in your head.
Romantic ideal? Because I think you're better than your long history of murdering and callously discarding people?
Is that what you think of me?
No, I didn't mean it like that. What am I supposed to think when you're all caring about people who aren't us as stupid, Pop-Tart, and remember that time we ate half of Saigon? Fun times.
That's part of who I am, Laura. So is Maddie. You can't expect all of that to just evaporate because I love you.
If you really loved me, then you'd stay. I need you to be the kind of person that helps in fights.
You haven't listened to a single word I've said. I'm done.
Carm! Please, Carm!
I can do it. The student rep thing, I'll take care of it.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's really, really great. I'm glad you're gonna be really great at this student rep. It's okay, I'm fine. I just have a lot of things to do, and so I need to do them. So I'm just gonna.
Hey, it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
So, yeah. I think Carmen and I just broke up. And was I not supposed to want her to be better? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? I mean, it's supposed to go, you love someone, and I'm not even saying that I loved her, because we were only together for like a month, and that would be crazy, but if I did, wasn't she supposed to try and be better? I mean, the story goes, you fall in love with a monster, and then they stop being all monstery. They redeem themselves, right? The story isn't just fall in love with a monster. That'd be a stupid story. I don't want to be a part of that stupid story.
So I'll just clear out of here. See you later, Hollis.
Hey, you came back. I wasn't sure if you were gonna come back.
Of course I'm back. This is my mother's apartment, and I stole it fair and square.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, yeah, I know what you meant. But if you and your knight in shining gym shorts over there need more space, then you can find another room.
Okay, 1, there is nothing going on with Danny and me, and 2, all of my broadcasting equipment is here, so if you don't want to watch me talk to my friends who actually care about the school and want to help me, then you can find another room.
Dream on, Cream Puff. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, neither am I.
Fine with me. There's plenty of space.
Good morning, gentle viewers. You know what's even less fun than having your blanket stolen in the middle of the night? You guessed it. Cohabitation with your ex. I mean, I know I had love goggles on, but did I really not notice any of this? The hair, in the shower drain, on the furniture, everywhere. The used dishes, the used blood bags, the used... Then there's her relationship to clothes, or lack thereof, which clearly she's just doing to drive me nuts. Not that it's working. And finally, the cherry on top of this whole Sunday of awesome. We all get to hang out with Carm's BFF, Big Sis Maddie. But if Holly Goodnightly thinks she's gonna run me out of this apartment that easy, she's got another thing coming.
What the creeping hell?
I thought we might get along better if we established some boundaries.
Boundaries?
Yep, that's your side of the room, and this is my side of the room. Now you can be as gross as you want, as long as it stays on your side.
Oh my God, you mean that? Do you think it'll work?
What?
Do you think your little line will hold back the nasty vampires? Do you think this will make sure you never have another thought you don't want to have about one of us?
I'm pretty sure the blood mustache is gonna take care of that. What the hell, right? Big Sis is just planning on killing us all anyway.
Not that it's any of your business, but I didn't kill anyone. Maddie and I just had a little fun.
Classy. Maybe the board will find the crazy grandpa shtick endearing and... We are so doomed.
Oh, you're not wrong. The Baron Funchausen has a better chance at wrestling a bear.
You know what? Unless you have some great idea about how to save the student body's collective liver, why don't you just keep lost weekending? I'm sure all the partying and snacking on bystanders completely fills the void of your useless, apathetic life.
Devastating. Clearly, I have no choice but to prove how wrong you are by hauling myself out of bed and saving your whiny ass.
Yeah, okay. Maybe let's not throw ourselves at the centuries-old supernatural murder machine.
But you do it all the time.
Yeah, well, I work out. She's just doing it to get a rise out of you.
Do all vampires turn evil after you break up with them? Is that like somewhere in their contract?
Yeah. Hey.
Look, I may not know what you've got up your sleeve, but are you sure you want to do this? There are a lot of things out there worse than Maddie.
Gee, Carm, thanks for the input. But since you don't want to play the hero, maybe you should just butt out as we save ourselves.
I bet it's gonna be pretty upsetting for the folks at home when I pull you apart like a kid with a Barbie.
Maddie, no.
Are you seriously not done with this Nat? She's a stupid, callow girl, and she's gonna get us all killed.
And given last week's less than unfettered victory...
I hereby order the immediate detainment of all individuals known or suspected to be vampires.
With Maddie's recently revealed scheming and her I'll get you next time style exit, the board was only too happy to vote the measure right in spite of some strenuous objections. You can't just detain people because they're vampires. That's like species profiling.
Well, your loyalty is touching, Fräulein Hollis, but misguided. Who was it that built this school as a feeding ground? Vampiren. Who was it incited la terror? Vampiren. Who killed my ancestors and forever blighted my family's hopes of rising to the Hoch der Vampiren. Even 2 days ago, Fraulein Karstein was seen feeding in public on freshman girls.
But she didn't kill them. She was just acting out.
If even the most exemplary of vampires cannot control herself, containment is necessary.
Look, I know that she's antisocial and amoral and far from perfect, but...
You know what, Cream Puff? Don't do me any favors. If Mr. Burns here wants to see out of control, I'd be happy to oblige.
Don't force us to steal your shroud and behead you, Fraulein!
She should be better than all this lashing out, shouldn't she? And what if she gets hurt or something worse?
Hey, Laura?
Yeah, I'm good. Do you need something? God, I wish it were that simple. I thought it was supposed to go, you love who you love, and all of your other differences just fade away. And you don't end up some 19-year-old girl with a broken door?
All right, Lolita. Time to make yourself useful. Don't just sit there gawking at us. Get off your ass and help us.
Oh my God, Carm! What happened?
We were stalking some of Vordenberg's souped-up hench bros across the North Quad. It was a trap. They led us into a shooting gallery. Arrows everywhere.
Congratulations, you finally got the Summers and the Zetas to cooperate.
She managed to drag me in the bushes, but they put an arrow in her chest. I think part of it's still lodged in there. She needs blood.
There's some in the fridge. I didn't have time to clean it up yet. Hey.
There, sweetie. Here's some liquid courage.
Maddie, where did you bring me? Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it's terrific to see you too. She needs a surgeon. Or someone who spends way too much time thinking about human dissection.
Terrific. Rustle up one of your mad scientists and let's get the show on the road.
No.
What?
No. You guys are on a rampage, and I'm not gonna risk my friends' lives until you and I have an understanding.
Understanding? Try this on for size. Your value to me ends the second you can't or won't help her.
Yeah. And as soon as that happens, you're gonna kill me in a way that would probably qualify as postmodern art. We've had this conversation. Only killing me, it's not gonna help Carm. And as much as you flounce around like the spokesmodel for casual violence, you care about her. So here's how it's gonna be. I'll call F and JP, and they will help her, and then I will hide the two of you here until she recovers. And in return, neither of you is going to bite, maim, or kill anyone at all for any reason. Because if you do, I will have the Baron's army of steak-happy super minions down here so fast that you'll get whiplash. Understood?
Understood. Get your friend.
See, Laura, it is 1 a.m. Oh, hello to the chest trauma.
We're going to need gauze and peroxide and possibly ether.
Vampire, we can skip the ether.
Miss Constantine can bench press a Mazda. Will you be the one holding her down?
Ether, cool. Maybe tranquilizer darts?
Have you all lost your minds? They can't be here. They have been on a killing spree, and there are people hunting them all over campus. She's getting blood everywhere.
They're on their best behavior, or I'll call Vordenberg myself.
That might be difficult if they've ripped out all our throats.
Vordenberg will kill them.
Like she killed the kids at the newspaper?
Oh, for the love of... I had nothing to do with your newspaper pals. I wasn't even in the godforsaken country until days after they were dead.
Liar.
Put for a while you recover.
How did you get little Miss Tightly Wound to agree to that?
She promised you were done with your little spree.
Got to be kidding me.
It was either that or take our chances with the Baron's juiced-up army out there. Not that we don't appreciate the hospitality, but the accommodations leave something to be desired.
Really, you aren't right at home with the creepy crawlies?
We need to find somewhere else to hole up. It's only a matter of time before Xena drops the dime on us.
No, there's no way that Danny would be okay with something like that. And there are patrols all over the campus. You should just stay here.
Look, you really don't have to do that.
Kill her again! Everyone just shut up! It is almost 2 a.m, and I am so tired. And you are right. Nobody's dead, and you're right. She attacked you first, and you're right. About anything, and I just don't care. so tired. Tired on like a cellular level. So all of the vampires are gonna go back in their floorboards and we are gonna get Perry some first aid and nobody is gonna yell at me about any of my decisions until I have had at least 45 minutes of sleep, okay? Hey. Didn't think you'd still be up.
Oh, Maddie's in a mood. Mood means ranting. I didn't feel like being a literal captive audience.
Ah.
How's Betty Crocker?
Alive. Not that you care.
Not that I care.
So why me then?
What?
You don't care if Perry lives or dies, but you keep saving me. From your mother, from your sister, from yourself. She's a college girl in over her head that you've barely met. What makes her any different than I am?
What makes any person sacred to another?
Yeah, I felt really sacred when you were leaving discarded blood bags all over the apartment.
I know it isn't pretty, but that's part of it too. She isn't mine. You are. To annoy or not, to love or not, to save or not.
Carm, you can't just...
I know. You don't want any possessive vampire crap. You want reasons. The trail of thoughts and justifications that you can follow back to somewhere safe. You want the kind of love that clicks, like a key into a lock. But I don't have any of that to give you. All I know is that in more than a century, you're the only person I ever found worth saving. You and no one else.
It's not enough.
I know. God, it used to drive me nuts when I would do things for you that were so clearly only for you, and you'd say,
I know you didn't just do it for me.
Yeah. Until I realized it was because you wanted me to be doing what was right for some reason beyond the fact that you wanted me to.
I don't know what you want me to say, Carm. I wish I could say that it doesn't matter, but it does.
Do you miss me?
Like someone cut a hole in me. Good night, Carm.
Good night. Under her shirt, Maddie wears a locket. Inside of it is a piece of her heart. That's what makes her impossible to kill. If she ever tries to kill you again, take the locket and crush what's inside. Look, I mean, it's one thing to know we need the power in theory, but it's another to risk incinerating everything I know about myself.
As though you're the same girl who died at a ball in 1698. As though I'm the same girl who lived in a grass hut by the river. Time has already changed us. Death has already changed us. And maybe who we truly are is what endures, instead of what falls away. Or who falls away. Are you really going to forego the pleasure of feeding that gas bag his own tongue? For the matchstick's chance that girl might love you?
No one is feeding anyone their own anything. Not even Vordenberg.
Ah, she wakes. And exactly why does Hair Baron get a pass? He's been up to no good as much as I was.
We didn't kill you.
That's because you couldn't.
Oh, yeah? Look, I didn't kill you because that's not the world that I want to live in. In my world, you don't just kill someone to get your own way.
You're a spoiled little girl. Ooh, let's be idealistic. Let's pretend the world is perfect. You know what the world is? It's a fight to the death. Either you have the power or you serve the power. If you think any other rules apply, they're blind spots that get you killed.
You think you're the first person to say that? Give up, Laura. Your news broadcasts won't work. You can't find your roommate. You're not strong enough. Give up, give up, give up. I'm still here.
Do you think you're special? Silas is first Nellie Bly or Lois Lane? Do you think all the girls before you died because they weren't as smart or as brave? The only difference between you and a long line of dead girls is the fact Mercala decided to save you. What do you think happens when she decides to stop?
That's her decision to make.
That's right, darling. You have a choice to make.
Maddie, I can't.
More fool you. See you on the other side.
What does she think she's doing? There are patrols of Vordenberg's mega minions everywhere. What does she think she's gonna go do?
She's going down to the crater to drink the blood of the old one. She thinks it'll give her the power to fight Vordenberg, if it doesn't kill her or drive her mad.
And you were gonna do it too?
I was considering it. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to be transfigured into an avatar for primeval forces of death and pain.
Oh my God, she'll raise the school to the ground trying to kill him. We have to stop her, come on! Boom.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yes, I can. I rolled a 4.
Did you? No, you have to go in the House of Beauty before you can land any further.
If this game is supposed to be the underworld, then why is there a House of Beauty?
Don't you think death can be beautiful?
Oh my God, full of yourself much?
Come on, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, you were totally going for the whole Belle Dame, c'est merci vibe.
I am death, trod under a fair maid's feet.
No, you're not. I was thinking what you said about Maddie drinking the anglerfish's blood. How you were gonna do it too. Do you think it would have killed you?
I don't know. Would you care?
How can you say that? Do you think I hid you here after everything because I don't care? Because the thought of something happening to you doesn't make me feel like I can't breathe? And I don't know how I'm supposed to feel around you or what I'm supposed to do because I can't.
Why not?
Because right now, I'm really hoping that this means that you're gonna change. You kiss me and it cracks me open and all of my stupid, messy hopes come tumbling out in maybes and somedays, and how is that fair?
Well, who the hell cares about fair?
I do. Or maybe I'm just catastrophizing because between Maddie and Vordenberg, we are in the middle of a catastrophe. Maybe after everything settles down, we can talk. If we survive.
If we survive.
The door's wide open.
Laura, those are bloody footprints. We do not run in the direction of bloody footprints. Maddie?
What is she doing here? And where's Perry? Perry? Perry!
Miss Perry!
Maddie, what did you do?
Nothing, I don't think. Well, maybe not quite nothing. Who did I kill?
You don't know? Are you?
All strung out on fish blood? I don't know. Last night is blurry. Oh, I'd be hoping it was Vordenberg, but there's no way the old man would bleed out that much. Your army? I'm gonna drink this nation dry. I am death on dark wings. You wanna blame me for carnage? I'll show you carnage!
Ah! And are you laughing at it?
If you can't make a joke about a giant evil fish god, then you don't understand comedy. Oh, Gidget. I know you're in the midst of angsting about how you and Angel Pants over there are star-crossed, but that is no excuse for losing your sense of humor.
Says the sociopath trying to kill me.
Says a sociopath who hasn't killed you yet. You know how one survives for centuries? You stop judging. There's almost nothing in this world that's absolute. Take this whole Carmilla massacred the Vordenbergs. Sit your tiny panties in a bunch.
You mean how his ancestor loved Carmilla, took care of her, and in return she killed his whole family?
Sure, if by ancestor you mean necrophiliac, and by loved, grave robbed her undead body. Any Vordenbergs Carm killed crawling out of that creep's dungeon had it coming.
Carm, why didn't you say something?
It was humiliating. But, you know, I did kill his whole family, so bygones.
See? You'll be surprised what one can learn to coexist with. Yeah.
Fine.
No!
Laura, get out of the way.
No, it's not her fault!
Get out of the way!
No, Maddie was gonna kill her, she had to!
Get out of the way!
I'm the one who told her how to do it! And you know it. You know it's my fault. God, she was right. You are a selfish, callow girl. And I am the fool who trusted you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. 300 years of friendship. Can you even imagine? We saw Electra in Paris in 1709. The ruins of Pompeii. We watched the moon landing. All those memories. All that life to end like this? For what? For you? Carm, please. Be good for me, Carmilla. Change for me, Carmilla. Burn down everything you've ever loved for me, Carmilla. That's not fair. I didn't ask you for any of it. Stay away from me. The next one of you who comes near me, I swear to God, I will kill.
Oh, well, you killed Maddie and flipped Carmilla to the dark side. Sorry. Having a dying god in your brain kind of messes up your sense of tact.
She's never gonna forgive me. I know that Danny wants to let me off the hook, but I belong on it. I am Captain Hook. I just keep on thinking that there's right and then there's wrong and that I'm doing the right thing. But I just keep on making all of these messes. And this whole time I've been pushing Carmilla to be better and be good. Only I'm the one that betrayed her trust. Betrayed something she only told me to keep me safe. How is that good? How is that the right thing to do? How am I anything but a hypocrite, saying that right and wrong are whatever I want them to be and not caring how much damage I cause? Carm? What the... is that?
Wow, that is a really big black cat. Why do you think it's headed for the anglerfish crater?
Carmilla.
What does she think she's doing?
The technical term is mauling.
She's headed for the crater. She's gonna drink the god's blood.
She's not gonna make it. Look, they're driving her back.
She will make it eventually.
Question is, who will she come after if she does? The Baron or us?
How weird is it that we're back to wondering whether Carmilla wants to save you or kill you again?
Fontaine, don't.
Don't what? Point out that Laura's been lying around in the siege pining after her vampire lover?
I am not.
Totally are. You're the piniest pine who ever pined.
So, it has been brought to my attention that there has been some moping and lying around feeling guilty, which, even if completely justified, does not help anything.
I know you're furious. I know that what I did was a betrayal and maybe unforgivable, and that you're probably gonna have to hate me for as long as I'm alive, which really isn't seeming like much of a stretch right now. And I know that you don't want to listen to anything I have to say. So here's my pitch. Help us anyway. And not because I'm all righteous and looking for you to redeem yourself, or some pure-hearted lady fair you're trying to win. Because if this semester has taught me anything, it really is that I have no business trying to be righteous. Everything that I've ever done to uphold what I think is right has caused so much damage. And I don't want to do that anymore. Because it makes me just like Vordenberg, or like the Dean was. So dead set on what I think is right that I'm willing to risk anything. Or anyone for it. And I hope that you know that I never meant to sacrifice Maddie. Or you. So here's what I believe now. That the best thing that we can do with whatever strength we're given is to help each other. To be as kind to each other as we can. And right now there are a whole host of people who need our help. And not because they're human or not, or good or not, but just because they need our help. And so, it doesn't matter that it breaks my heart that you hate me. It doesn't matter that you're gonna have to hate me for as long as the earth is round, because right now, we can do something. We can stop the damage. Help us. What do you want, Laura?
Hey, how are you these days? Are you still all non-avatar-y and stuff?
So far.
'Cause you look great, all furious and brooding and... Say, is that the library?
What do you want?
You heard what I said. I meant it. Please help us.
You're a lunatic. You're in this mess because I am anything but a hero. I have spent the entire semester proving to you over and over that I am nobody's hero. And your answer to that is to double down and beg me to be one?
Yes. Help us.
You're insane.
Quite possibly. Help us. Have you ever considered that maybe hero isn't one thing that one person was supposed to be by themselves? That maybe in this story, you are my hero and I'm your hero. That maybe it's all of our responsibilities to be heroes for each other.
Or maybe this isn't a story, Laura. Maybe this is just life. Where there are no heroes. Where sometimes evil just wins. Full stop. The universe doesn't care whether you live or die. You just do or don't. Depending on whether or not you're strong enough to survive.
Well, I say believing in your friends is a kind of strength.
No, it really isn't.
Okay. Okay, then. That is how it is. That is just how it is.
Laura. Fine. God damn it, what do you want me to do? Laura? Are you still there, Laura?
Sorry, dear. She doesn't want to talk to you right now.
I'm sorry, I expected more angst on that. Let's try it again. The execution of Carmilla Karstein.
We heard you.
Wait, what? You begged me to come and save you. And I do, even though you blew me off by way of
I blew you off. I wasn't the one who was all evil wins, Laura. It just wins. Well, guess what? You didn't come and it did. Danny's dead.
What?
Illustrious victims, our friends at Corvée have prepared the necessary rituals for your extermination. Have you any last word? Sounds like it might go on for a while. Just shoot them. I've done it.
Perry, this is the Silas Charter. Where did you get
Never
this?
mind that. Destroy it, and he'll be obliterated along with it.
Obliterated?
He's gonna kill Carmilla. Can you really let that happen?
After all these years, the Vordenberg Academy will be born. With a statue of me at the gate. Baron Vordenberg, conqueror of Silas, founder of the Academy, slayer of vampires. And I'll be tasteful, all basalt and weathered brass, and in it I shall be holding your severed head. I bet you wish you'd married my great-great-grandfather now.
I preferred dying.
I can't let you do that.
The Silas Charter?
I mean it, I will.
No, you won't, Fraulein Hollis. Because you and I are the same. You believe not in the harsh truth of the world, but in a beautiful story. You can't kill me, because that isn't what a heroine does. Not in the world that you want to live in. Also, with every other member of the board dead, killing me would effectively transfer all of Silas to the Corvée Corporation, undoing everything that you and your friends have fought and died for. And for what? This creature? Oh! Oh, schnick schnack.
Oh my god! Dear guys, he wasn't kidding about the Corvée. They're coming fast. We gotta get out of here.
Passages.
Perry, where's Perry? We can't leave without her.
You get to safety. I'll find her.
Oh my god, what did I do?
Nothing. You can't spend a long life regretting somewhere else, Cupcake. There. See? Back in the surveillance state. You can update till your heart's content and complain about how you're stuck with me as a roommate again.
I thought the library was gone. How did you find it?
You found me.
Perry should be here. And JP, they were right there. And I just...
We'll think of something.
I killed him. I killed him, and we lost Danny and Perry and the whole school.
You did what you could.
What are we gonna do now?
really don't know. You've got to give it up to the mad scientist. Less than 36 hours to set up an Ethernet cable in a non-Euclidean space. Although the fact that Radicalide's starting to talk to the walls is a bit troubling. Also the fact that they seem to be talking back. Yeah. Okay. Are you hungry? Because, I found a vending machine on the first floor, so now I've got chocolate and chocolate with bits of cookies in it and chocolate with some kind of fudge-like substance
Stop.
that I'm... Oh.
Please, stop.
She speaks. I was beginning to worry you'd forgotten how.
I know what you're trying to do. It's not gonna work.
Come on. Do you really think whatever deep dark you've got going on in there is enough to scare off a vampire?
I killed him.
Yeah, I'm not really complaining over here.
No, you don't understand. I fought so hard trying to fix this place. We lost so much trying to save it. Your sister, Danny, and the moment came and I killed him. I burned that poor man to the ground and I didn't care. When I thought he was going to kill you, I didn't care. I just wanted to save you. And now Barry and JB are missing, and who knows what the Corvée are going to do to those poor students. And I lost. I lost us everything. I feel like I lost myself.
Saving the world would be a whole lot easier if you could just remain innocent. If your conscience was always clear and you never made mistakes. But a moment of forgetting to care isn't the same as a lifetime of apathy. Okay, and yes, you made a mess. But Vordenberg and Maddie and I, we all had a hand in this, and you didn't do it alone. I might not always like the choices you make, or the way things turned out. But I think it would be infinitely more tragic if you let that stop you from trying. If you let it turn you into me.
I don't even know how anymore. Ever since we got back, nothing's been going right. It's like someone's been ahead of us this whole time.
God, I know. It's like those chess games I used to play with Mother. You'd think you were winning right up until the moment you realized she got everything she wanted.
You know what's sort of funny is that she kind of did. I mean, she wanted the board out of the way. She wanted the Corvée controlling the campus. She wanted the anglerfish dead. If the dean weren't, dead, it'd be her party. But she is, though, dead. I mean, totally very dropped a boulder on her Disney villain dead, right? Right?